Hey, what's going on everybody? xMAJINKHANx here. So in this video, I want to talk about a particular boss fight that really stood out to me. It's one of my favorite boss fights that I've ever played in a video game. Now, mind you, this boss fight is not extremely difficult, but it's not the easiest one. It's nothing too special. It's just something that I like for, my personal list of boss fights that I personally enjoyed. And that boss is the Guardian Ape of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Now, this boss fight, I enjoyed this boss fight so much. I'm pretty sure I could have beaten this boss like way sooner and with less tries. There was times where I died on purpose just to kind of like learn this boss's attack patterns and kind of really master this boss. That way I can make a video out of this. And this boss fight, he's a lot. He's one of the beast type bosses. He's one of the more animal bosses of this game. He's not really he's not a human with a weapon trying to attack you. Um, and I want to talk about this boss fight because to me, this boss fight it's just fun. It's a really fun boss fight. I really enjoyed this boss. I like the design of the boss. I mean, he's an albino ape with a sword stuck in his neck. And if once you get to the second phase, you'll see why he's surviving. Obviously, I mean, he has the centipede in his body that's kind of keeping him alive. I'm gonna go ahead and give some hints and tips on this boss fight. And this boss fight, it's like I said, it's not extremely difficult, but it's not like really easy either. It's kind of in the middle. Um, this boss fight, you have to go in this boss fight with the firecracker prosthetic mod, or excuse me, mod prosthetic, and you have to go into this boss fight uh, keeping your distance from the guardian ape. So the guardian ape, he's very wild, can be a little unpredictable at times, and you want to keep your distance away from him at times. Now, he does this thing where you just seen it right there. Actually, he'll reach behind him and he'll throw shit at you. Yeah, he can get really disgusting at times. He'll throw shit at you, and when he does that, you want to run towards him. Run directly towards him. Don't try to dodge it. It's not easy to dodge. Don't try to jump away from it. Kind of just basically run towards him. And the thing is, once he after he throws it and he'll land on the ground, he'll stop for a second, and that'll give you some time to get some licks in on him. And then another thing that he does, you got to watch out too. When he lands on the ground and you're behind him, he'll fart, and that will poison you instantly right there. So be careful of that. And when you get a chance, use the fire prosthetic mod to kind of stun him, and then he'll use his two hands to kind of land on the ground after he's stunned. There he goes with the fart move right there, and then there he goes with the when he throws shit at you right there. Get you some licks in right there. And like I was saying, after you use the fire prosthetic mod to stun him, he'll land his two hands on the ground, and that'll hit you and stun you, killing your time to hit him. And when that happens, make sure you get in as much licks on him as you can. Um, you're not you want to get his health down all the way, and once you get that second phase going, the second phase it's a lot more interesting whenever you get to the second phase because it takes a slightly different strategy right there. Another big thing for this too is when he lands on his back or lands clumsy, don't get too confident. He does do this squirming move, and that can still hurt you and kind of stun you a little bit, or just enough to kind of knock you back and waste your time to get in some licks on him. So be careful with that, please. All right, so once you get to the second stage of this boss fight, the guardian ape is now headless. He's carrying his own head, and he's actually using the sword against you now. Now the thing is, you want to watch out for that terror scream that he does when he kind of puts his head back on his he puts it back on his head. Um, when he does that, run. Just get far away from it as you can. You don't want that thing to affect you in any way. And whenever he's hitting you with the sword, what you want to do is deflect all the attacks and make sure. Oh, and I forgot to mention, make sure you have this spear mod, or I don't know what that thing is called. I think it's called the spear mod. Make sure you have that during this phase. The firecracker mod is no longer needed for this phase of the boss fight. And whenever he starts swinging the sword again, you want to deflect and keep your eyes closed. Whenever he does that last one where he's coming down to the ground, that's when you want to deflect and use the spear mod to pull that centipede out of his neck, and it'll really hurt his posture on that part. And as usual, watch out for that terror scream. But there is one part on this boss fight when he dives like that, just like what he did, get you some licks in right there, and then just keep your distance away from him, obviously because of the terror scream. But whenever he dives on the ground, like what you just seen right there, jump and then get you some quick licks in right there, right there. That he just did it again, and that'll give you some time to get in enough hits right there. I kind of messed up on this fight because I ran out of spirit emblems, which means I couldn't use my spear mod anymore to stun him with the spear and pull the centipede out, which really made me drag the last bit of fight along. So I kind of messed up right then and there, but that should be everything that you need to know whenever you're fighting the Guardian Ape. Really, really try to keep your distance away from him because he can be a pain in the ass whenever you get too close. So my biggest thing is make sure you have the firecracker mod, make sure you have the spear mod, make sure you have enough sugar to go in. That way you can boost your attack. Stay away from that terror scream. Stay away from it. Don't even try to get greedy with the terror scream. Just run away, back away from it, and play it safe as you can. But I really enjoyed this boss fight. I really liked this boss fight a lot because it was just a good, solid, fun boss fight that I really enjoyed. It's not too many boss fights that I like. Like I said, and this boss fight's not too special, not too hard, not too easy. It's a solid boss fight that I personally enjoyed. But what did you guys think about fighting the Guardian Ape? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope these hints and tips kind of helped you guys out. And until then, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace out.
Go, 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 go.